Hello everyone, what's up, it's Yolanda, welcome, how y'all be, what's a poppin', what's a going on, I'm not silent, I'm running my mouth tonight, so I just want to say, hey, how you be, so if you want to join in, come on in, welcome, it is not a silent tonight, I am definitely running my mouth, and I'm gonna chill for a minute, see who all pops in, say hello, how y'all doing, how y'all be. So we're gonna see who all pop in here. We'll stay on here a few minutes, we're not gonna be on here very long. So again, I'll give it a few minutes, I'll wait till everybody come in. We got Tony, yo man, what's up? Welcome to the chat, y'all. You come in, please hit that like button. Come on, get your girl to 100 likes. No, I'm just joking. Y'all know I'm playing. But yeah, I just want to say hello. I put out a video. I appreciate those that watched it. You know, I got a couple of views on it. Y'all know your girl's still grinding. So how everybody doing tonight? What is it? It's before Halloween. Yeah, Halloween is tomorrow. Anybody going trick-or-treating? Anybody going to any costume parties? Let your girl know. And let me know what's going on. But I'm here. I'm just here. First, I wasn't going to go live, but I thought, you know what, my first mind said, go ahead and go live. So I said, I'm going to go live and say, hey, let's see everybody doing. Let y'all see my terrible view. Y'all going to hear a lot of vehicles. It is terrible in this area where I'm at. And so that's what's going on. Everybody in the chat, let me know. Is anybody going to a costume party? You guys got anything going on? How you be? How life been treating you? You guys might see a few trucks going by and by. It says, I'm not going trick-or-treating. Oh, Lord. Why are you not going trick-or-treating? Anybody going to any costume parties and stuff like that? Because I know a lot of jobs and stuff, they're going to have food and different things at these parties, office parties. They're going to have different things going on. You guys, I'm trapped. I'm going to go and tell y'all the truth. Look, your girl is trapped. You see where I'm trapped at? You guys remember that chicken farm? Well, I'm here again. Here it is. I just want to let you guys know what's popping. So I'm here on the side. Come rescue me. Please, somebody come rescue me. So that's why I got the cameras pointing. I put up a video. I wasn't going to go live, but I decided to go live. And let you guys know what's going on. Meantime, in between time, I'm just going to conversate with you. You're going to hear my voice. Again, I started to do a silent live to put up a picture. But if anybody has watched my last live, I'm not having any luck with that silent stuff. I cannot figure it out. I will eventually get there. I jacked the whole thing up. It says, I'm not giving away free candy. Oh my Lord, you ain't giving away no free candy, you're not going trick-or-treating. Lord have mercy. Well, I'm not giving away no candy, and I'm not going trick-or-treating myself. So, hello, my beautiful sisters. Hey, Rachel, I appreciate all you guys that just watch my video. I decided to pop on here and go live. Live. Tony, it's just, man, top of the even to you. Yeah, so I did a live the other day. As you guys can see, that live didn't turn out too well. I was in a really, really bad area at a truck stop, and let me tell you, baby, the signal kept going in and out. So I was like, you know what, just forget it. And I thought I'd be able to get 30 minutes out of it, but I didn't. I did, but YouTube scanned it down to the 16 minutes if you guys go back to it, and that's what it is. But I'm okay with that. So it's all good. I put out a video not too long ago. Just a truck stop video. If you guys want to stop by, watch it. Those that did, I do appreciate that. And I just popped on here live. Again, I always say I'm not going to be here very long. And I just wanted to chit-chat, see who come in and say hello. And to chit-chat with you guys for a minute. To see who's giving out candy. It says, I thought it did good. It had like 100 plus views, right? Not the one that I did the live, the silent that I did. Oh yeah, you talking about that other one? The first one, yeah, I did good with the numbers, and it was still messed up, Rachel, because I'm still working on trying to go live. I'm still learning, like you said, you are going down a rabbit hole, so I'm trying. Callie says, Yolanda, hello, beautiful. Had to come through and show some love before I lay down and go to bed. Have a blessed and safe night. I appreciate that. Birthday girl. So if you guys get a chance, y'all shout out Callie. Her birthday was the other day. Go over there and show her some love. Go over to one of her shorts or either one of her posts and wish her a happy birthday. So happy birthday to you, Callie. It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Yeah, she had a great time, her and her husband and her son, King. I follow her over there and I check her out. She's on a different time zone, so a lot of times I can't catch her. So I just go over there and try to watch her videos. But if you guys get a chance, go over there and check her out. Say hello. Wish her a happy birthday. So, yes. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Enjoy, joy, joy. Hope you had a wonderful time. I see you guys went bowling and everything. Rachel T says, I'm giving out energy because my light will be doing the earth a favor to my girl. You need to go and stop. Rachel is not playing. It says Rachel says happy birthday, Callie love. It says thank you, Rachel. Happy birthday, Tony. Your man said happy birthday. Look at these people. Where they going? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Where they going? Like where they going? Where they walking? So you can barely see them. Look at them people. Two people walking. And what they doing? Digging up dirt. Oh, he lost his shoe. So, yes, you guys get a chance to go over there and show my girl Callie some love if you want to. I really appreciate that. I don't force somebody to go, but hey, it was her birthday. She had a good time eating all that good old food. She had some of that spinach dip over there. The hubby tried. King seemed like he liked it, but yes, it was so cool. She's good people, though. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. It says, love your content. You are so funny, much. Yes, he's a riot over there. But yes. So you guys, everybody said they got different things going on for Halloween. I normally so it was last year. I used to do Halloween costumes parties. Go to like costume parties. Has anyone in here ever went to a Halloween costume party? Just say yes, and if so, what did you go as? What was you decorating? What did you dress up as when you went to the costume party? I know Heidi Klum. She's a model with a lot of the celebrities and stuff. Heidi Klum, she's that model. She does a costume party every year, and it be lit. Do you hear me? It be lit. So, let me know if anybody's going to a costume party tomorrow. And if you are going to a costume party, what are you going to dress up as? Or are you giving a costume party at your house? Are you guys going to have something going on at your job? Let me know something. Rocking with Cowboy. Hello, everyone. Look who's in the house. We got Rocking with Cowboy. What's up? What's up? Thank you for stopping in and showing me some love. I really appreciate that, Cowboy. I really appreciate that. Cowboy, we were just trying to see, talking about who's giving out candy or who's going to any Halloween costumes. Anybody got anything special going on? Tony, your man, he said Cowboy. They're speaking to each other. Yeah, what y'all got going for the holiday? Well, it ain't a holiday. A lot of people don't even celebrate Halloween. It's not that a celebration. I mean, when I was coming up, Halloween was totally different than what it is now. It says Tony Yo Man giving out candy. I think he said he wasn't giving out no free candy. I know that's right. Nowadays, you got to be really careful. You really do. Hello, everyone. Cocking Google. Hello, welcome to the chat. Yo, Tony. It says, how are you coming along today? Okay, hey, Rachel. Okay, yeah, speaking to everybody. So, yeah. And, a lot of people, which, I don't blame them. Everybody says it's they got their own opinions of Halloween. They got their own opinions of Christmas. Everybody's got their opinion of the Easter, for the Easter Bunny. All the different holidays. So I said, whatever floats your boat. It says, I was thinking to ask, what car you drive, Tony? Oh, they're talking to Tony. It says, I was just reading our message about the EBT. What's up with the EBT? What did you find out anything different, Cowboy? With that EBT thing? Well, the last time I checked on it, Cowboy, they was just saying they wasn't giving out anything. I mean, nobody was gonna get nothing. I mean, the EBT, because of the situation with the shutdown. I don't know if that's gonna change or what. I mean, it's a lot of people gonna be suffering with that. I sure hope but I ain't gonna get into it. I just hope they get it all worked out. That's all I can say. I hope they get it all worked out. Get it worked out the best that they can do. The last time I seen it, they still don't know when they talking about trying to open nothing back up. Like, good Lord. Like, how long y'all gonna be shut down? How many people gonna be suffering? How many people gonna be hurting from that? You know how many seniors that rely on the EBT? I hope it changes by tomorrow. I'm praying. Rachel, that would be because those people are counting on that. It says, I went to the store today and spent $75 and did not have nothing. Tell me about it. Man, I be at the truck stop buying stuff, and I'm going to tell you, earlier I stopped we had a Sbarro's over there, and all I got was a piece of chicken, and I got those little veggie things or whatever, and these little sticks. It was like a little meal thing or whatever the deal is. Almost $20. Tell me about it. Cowboy, all good. It says Tony. Yeah. You can't go nowhere. If you see that video that I put out, Rachel, did y'all notice in that video you seen a loaf of bread was $5.49? A loaf of bread. Did you see that? So the wheat bread, for just one loaf of regular wheat bread, was $5.49. And then for the regular bread, it was $4.99 or something like that. I forget the prices. But I mean, this is ridiculous, some of these prices here. I just really don't understand it. I think things are just going to get higher and higher. So I really don't know what's going to come out of this shutdown, but I do know it's going to, it's affecting a lot. You got veterans that's getting affected. You got seniors that's getting affected from this. You got women and children, men raising, like dad girls over there, he's raising a single daughter by himself. You got RC, he's got his daughter. There's so many people, single parents, that are raising these children by themselves. So what are they going to do? They're counting on that EBT, and I really pray that they fix that. It says, yes, I thought you were at Publix with them prices. Geesh. No, that was not at no Publix, honey. No. Rocking with Cowboy, it says they going to give it to them because it's not the store will close. 7.5% of the business came. You're right. You know what? Rocking with Cowboy is absolutely right. The majority of the people that shop these stores, if there's nobody shopping in it, they're not going to stay in business. And if nobody's getting their EBT, SNAP, whatever you want to call it, I think is all the same. If they don't get it, ain't nobody going to be in the store shopping, buying no food or nothing, because they ain't got no money to buy it. So that's what I don't understand. Like they got to be able to fix this. You got, look at the seniors. Even if the seniors get $10, $15, $20, $35 a month, every $50 a month, I don't know how it goes, whatever the deal is, but here's my thing. It's not good. It's not. I don't think it's going to be great. They said it's supposed to affect 54 million plus people is getting affected by not being able to get the EBT. I think the EBT and the SNAP, as in SNAP, is the same thing. If I'm not familiar, if I'm correct, I think EBT and SNAP is the same thing. Can somebody help me with that? Is it or not? I'm thinking it is, because you see it on the windows and the doors. It says they are the same. It says, I think the government is trying to scare the American people. Well, I'm going to tell you, something is going on. And I'm like Rachel. I pray that they fix it. So tomorrow is the 31st. So I think don't most majority of the people get their assistance or the money or however it goes for their family? Don't they get it? Is it the first or the second or third? I'm thinking it's between the first and the fifth or something. Checks and all of that stuff. However it go, whether you're on disability. But again, you got to remember we got veterans out here that are disabled. They fought for our freedom, y'all. Y'all got to think about this for a moment. They're disabled. You know, they're counting on the assistance. They served for us, fought for us. Some of them even, gave their life for us. But the ones that did survive, man, they're counting on everything. I mean, they're saying there's organizations. Then you got our senior citizens that have worked for years and they need their assistance. They might not have a retirement or whatever it might be. We need that. Then you have the don't forget about that. Then at the same time, you got the seniors, you got the veterans, you got like I said, disabled people, you got women and children, men that are raising, and you got families that mother and the sons and the children and all of that stuff. Man, that stuff is not cool. It says Rocking with Cowboys said the way some of these folks be giving folks money on YouTube, I think they will be all right. Maybe, it's hard to say. Rachel too. It says people that are already on EBT can use it. SNAP reception won't receive new benefits allowance starting November the 1st. It says Rocking with Cowboy. Rachel T didn't know that. So I don't understand how it's going. What is the difference between the EBT and the SNAP? So Rachel T, it says people that are already on EBT. I thought they were the same. Rocking with Cowboy said EBT. Rocking with Cowboy said EBT and SNAP. So Rachel is saying the people that are already on EBT can use it. SNAP recipient won't receive new benefit. Ultimate starting no. Okay, so there's a difference, Rachel? I'm so confused right now. Starting November the 1st. Rocking with Cowboy says Rachel T didn't know that. It says the funds on their cards. The funds on their card now can use right, but that's how I understood it. It says so it is so Rachel. So SNAP and EBT is two separate things. What is the difference in the two? If anybody should know, because I don't know what the difference in two. It says, so it is a difference. Yeah, because I was asking Rockin' with Cowboy, he was saying that they are the same. So I was trying to understand it. It says, I heard their benefits will roll over until November. But does anybody know what is the difference between a SNAP, a SNAP, and then what's the difference in that and a EBT? It says, I just saying this on the news. It says, I didn't know if it was a difference. Okay, I don't know either. Does anybody in the chat know for sure if SNAP, SNAP, and the EBT, if there's any difference in the two? And then if so, what's the difference in the two? I'm going to have to probably do some more research on that and find out exactly what is the difference in the two. That's what I'm going to try to find out. But like I say, everybody, yeah, I'm going to just pray and, hopefully that they release this, because I heard there's money there to pay out for it. So, like I said, why it's not paying out, I really don't understand. Because I'm still confused about the whole thing. And they said even the people that work for the government and all that and stuff is kind of, dealing with some stuff right now. Everybody, it's bad everywhere you go. Okay, Rachel T says SNAP is what gives you food assistance. EBT card is how you spend it. Oh, see, I still don't really understand it, but okay. So SNAP, so Rachel T says SNAP is what give you food assistance. EBT card is how you spend it. So Rockin' with Cowboy says, so true, Rachel T just read it. Oh, so y'all reading it. So okay then. So what is people, does anybody know, is there organizations or something going to be able to help people to go get assistance? Because I seen on the news today earlier when I had stopped in between my loads, the food pantries were saying they were running out of stuff. So they're telling people to go to these food pantries, but how can you go to a food pantry if uh, if they don't have the food to give anyone? So that's the part that I'm confused on. So I'm just so confused. You know what? Just it's confusing. It says, okay, so Rocking with Cowboy. It says so true, Rachel. Rocking with Cowboy. It says Rachel T just learned some new. Yeah. So anybody got any more info? Put it out there. Like post something, maybe on your page. Does anybody know about any food banks or food banks or pantries in different states that, is there any websites that people can go to? What can is there any supplement, something besides the differences that they can get with the EBT, or the SNAP, or however it goes? That's just what I'm trying to figure out. So Rocking with Cowboy, it says the churches should step up. Most of their churches are paid for. Yeah, but Cowboy, I ain't finna get on that, but like you know how that's gonna rock and roll. I'm quite sure there'll be some churches that will step up, but I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. This is crazy. Rachel T says the churches should have storefronts from times like this. That was the tide, yes. Not money, seed in the world of God, not money, but I won't go there. Right. Okay. Rachel T says, Cowboy, we're thinking the same. Yeah, but not only the churches, there's isn't there like I forget the name of that pantry. It's a big old food place that kind of helps people out, and I forget the name of it. If I think of anything or know anything, I remember when the COVID was out, we had information on a lot of places, even though everything was shut down, but that was different. But you had different places that you can go. The COVID didn't affect people's money like that. SNAP, the BET thing, the EBT thing, but for like when you needed like household stuff, like personal stuff, like soaps, there was organizations that us as the truck drivers that we knew about, that you can go. You had to have your mask on and all that. Like they have free places that you would get screened, tested for the COVID and stuff like that. So as for right now, I'm gonna keep everyone and all that stuff in prayer, because that is a very, very sticky situation right there. Not only with that, y'all, I'm dropping the topic. I'm jumping on another topic, and we can get back. Did you guys see on the news about the monkey or or monkeys? Well, I seen they showed one that's supposed to been broke, got a loose, and supposed to be having all kind of stuff going on with them. I thought that was weird. Did anybody see that on the news? If you know what I'm talking about, I was so confused. There's so much stuff going on right now. It's like, what in the world is happening in the world today? Rocking with Cowboy. It says I saw it. Yes. So Cowboy knows what I'm talking about. And it's like, how did these animals get this? Like, did somebody give it to them? It was an injected. Man, there's so much stuff going on today. It says they says one is still on the loose. Yes, I seen that earlier, right before I came on live. I was watching the news channel, and they were talking about it. They was talking about the SNAP, the EBT, and they was talking about the situation with the animals that got a loose, running wild like that. Well, I had just seen one, and I kind of changed it because it was kind of disturbing, and I really kind of didn't want to like see that like that. Really, really, if you want to be for real about it. Because I'm thinking, wow, they was saying it was running in certain neighborhoods and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? But yeah. So, you guys, I say the best thing that we can do is everybody just say a prayer for everybody. Whether you get the EBT stuff or what's the one, the SNAP. Just, y'all, we just got to stay prayed up for real. It says Rachel T. It says, I believe them monkeys was intentional, just like the Chemtrail. Well, I've been hearing a lot of stuff, baby. You know what it reminded me of? Back in the 80s when they had an epidemic going on and some other stuff. I'm not going to get deep in there. But back in the 80s they had, and I think something was dropped certain places, but I ain't going to go there. Rachel T says, we have to pray nonstop. Yes, ma'am, we have to definitely stay prayed up. I don't try to throw religions on nobody. I ain't finna get into religions, but all I got one thing to say. Check out Revelations. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to leave it at that. I ain't going to take it no further. I'm just check out the book of Revelations. Okay? If you know, you know. Check out the books of Revelation. Go check it out. Check it out. If you don't know, you better know. So I'm going to leave that alone right there. But yes, Rachel, I do agree with this. We have to pray nonstop, for real. Because we got the government. And then I'm wondering how long this government thing probably going to be shut down. Rocking with Cowboys said true. Y'all think it's gonna be down all the way until next year? I mean, what do y'all possibly think? Is this something that they possibly can open back up in a week or two? Like, it's crazy, Because I mean, we had? How long? We just had the pandemic, okay. Then from that, we got this going on. We got the outbreak. We got everything running rapid right about now. It's like. You ever heard the old saying is running around like a chicken with their head cut off? Yeah. That's about what's going on right about now. It is crazy. And the prices are just getting so high. It's almost to the point when you go in, unless there's like a value meal at some restaurant or somewhere or fast foods, you're not getting out of nowhere. If you bring a $20 bill into a restaurant, you be lucky if you come out of there with some change. You might come out of there with a couple of dollars. If you get a full value meal, like say for instance, if you go to a burger joint and you get like a burger, a fry, and a drink, you're paying at least close to $15. You'll get a couple of dollars back, but not very much. I remember you used to go to these joints and pay $5 and get your whole meal and you'd get some change back. You can't anymore. It's definitely done changed. I mean, like, for real, for real. I mean, it is just, I think I don't know if to say if it's going to get better or worse or better. I mean, I'm just not quite sure what to say. What's going to really happen? Is it going to get better before it gets worse, or is it just going to get worse, and not get better? Because I can tell you now, even with driving a truck, this freight, it's like a suffering everywhere. Freight is just, it's awful. It is bad out here. I'm telling you, I have not seen it like this in years. Says Rachel T. It says fast food restaurants is like a gas station. No matter the price, consumers will consume it. It's a hustle. You're right. And it says really, and it's bad. And it's to the point where I remember you could go to like Popeye's chicken or Church's chicken, or we had a Lee's chicken, and you got Chester chicken, just about crispy, just about any chicken place. I don't know if you guys remember, but you remember you used to go to a chicken place and order like a 10-piece chicken, 2 family size. They even gave you, like KFC used to give you, for $9.99 you could go and order like 10 pieces of chicken. You got 2 family sides, you got biscuits, and you got a cake with it. Have y'all seen that lately? I thought trucking booming. Not right now. Freight is bad for right now. It might pick up a little bit next month when a lot of people got to deliver toys. But see, it depends on what you're running. Truck is going to always move, but not like it has been. Freight is it's suffering like everything else, and that's a whole nother story, So, it's what it is. But I remember those. A lot of people say, oh, those days are come and gone. I remember when you could go to like a KFC. I'll use them for example. You can go in there and get 10 pieces of chicken. They would give you 4, 5, 6 biscuits. You would get 2 large sides, whatever it might be, and they would give you could get a tea or something and a bundt cake or something. You can't get that anymore. Now you probably paying 30, 40, $50 for a 10-piece chicken and 2 sides and all of that extra stuff. That's what you're paying. I mean, I remember you used to go just about any fast food restaurants, whether it was McDonald's, Burger King, what other restaurants, the little hamburger places. And you used to go in there and get you like a burger, a fry, and a drink, and get change back. You would give them a $5 bill and get change back. Tell me now. Tell me, am I true or what? Am I telling the truth? You could go get you a burger, a fry, and a drink, and give them $5 bill. And did you not? You got change back. Do you hear me? Rocking with Cowboy. It says the hotel business booming. It says my aunt said. Booming how? Like, are people staying there rocking with Cowboy, or are they just traveling, or what? Or what, buying motels? That's what I want to know. Shoot. Booming how? Probably a lot of people probably living or staying there because the cost of living, depending on what state you in, will set you back. It says, she said on game night, they pay $500 a night doing game night. $900 a night. What is game night? So somebody is going to a motel paying $900 a night doing a game night? I'm so confused on that. Wow, that's a lot of money to pay per night for a room somewhere. Good gracious. In my truck, I have been broke down, and my truck has been in the shop, and I pay for football game. Yeah, see, I don't know nothing about sports. So why not just somebody have it at their house and invite everybody over? It's like urban and Alabama games. Oh, you would think that they would have it. I would just throw something at my house, invite everybody. Shoot, before I go, well, I guess if somebody want to front that $900 and go there and invite everybody, I guess you can mess that room up too. And you ain't got to worry about cleaning it up and buying all the food and stuff. But it seemed like it would be easier to order food like sandwiches, trays, and chicken and different things, and just have it brought to your house and invite everybody over. It says that's a lot of money for game night. Wow. Yes, that's what I was thinking. It says, but she said they all sell out just about every night. What? These people must be coming from out of state. Because I can't see why the locals would go and pay that for game night per night when they can go to the grocery store and buy up all kind of chicken wings and dips and beer and whatever they need for game night, and just invite a whole bunch of people over and just have a big old rally that way. That's what I would think. Because $900 a night, baby, that is a little bit steep as far as I'm concerned, Yep. 80s baby, what's going on? 80s baby said, Miss Yolanda, hey everyone. Hey love, how are you? How have you been? Yeah, we were just discussing the EBT, the SNAP, those animals that got loose, and just conversating about the price of food and everything. That's it. And I popped in here, and I always say I'm not going to be on long, but I'm going to try to keep this at an hour. Sometimes if they get nice, I'll stay, but like I said, I've got about another few minutes, and I'm going to pop up off of here. I just wanted to see who would jump in and do a little chit chat. So 80s baby, are you going to any type of costume party? Are you going trick-or-treating or anything for Halloween? We was talking about that a little bit earlier too. Or are you going to give out candy to the trick-or-treaters? A lot of people is doing what you call it, trunk or treat. Trunk or treat, that's what it's called. It says, I enjoyed all tonight. It says, gotta run. All right, Cowboy, I appreciate you stopping in and showing me some love. I try to get over there as much as I can, but you know how I do. I'm still trying to focus on myself and get myself together. I know people be doing stuff, but hey, you gotta grind the best way you can. So yeah, since I'm going to get tatted. For real? What you going to get, 80s baby? It says, Rachel T says, good night, cowboy. Bye, sexy. Lady baby, 80s baby said, bye, sexy. She said, cowboy gone. I wanted to hear that. That is so funny. Says rocking with cowboy. I understand that everyone trying to build their own pages. I respect. I appreciate that, cowboy. You know, a lot of times, sometimes you go live when other people are going live, and that's what it is. You just got to do what you got to do. And at first, I used to neglect myself and focus, and I thought, nah, I'm just going to do what I got to do. I don't even check to see what nobody else is doing. I just put out my content, and that's all I'm trying to do, and keep on grinding. And whatever I can get to other people, I get to other people. You know, if it's not right away, I'll get there and whatever. And that's what I do. Got to do what you got to do. You got to get that grind. Because I'm going to tell you, I always said, I'll say this and leave it on. Those watch hours are hard as heck. Hard as heck. Rachel, I want to ask you real quick. Did you ever get monetized yet? You should have by now. Did you reach your hours, or are you still working on it? Or are you halfway there? Because sometimes I'll see commercials in yours, Rachel, and sometimes I don't. Slim Shell, I watched a couple of her older videos today because I went back just trying to say hey. And she had commercials all up in there. And Slim said she wasn't monetized. I'm thinking, shoot, YouTube playing all those commercials on her channel? Like, yeah. And over there on Queen's page, too. I watched Queen's videos, and she got commercials all up in her videos and stuff. Yeah, Queen, I've seen commercials in hers. Slim, I've seen commercials in hers. Rachel, I've seen commercials in yours. It says, yes, it says reach my hours, but I'm still going through the whole email process with, address. Okay, I got you. It says it's a process. Okay, cool. Well, congratulations, Rachel. You reached it. I know you over your 1,000. I seen that. And I'm thinking Rachel should have got her watch hours by now and stuff. I'm still working on mine, trying to get there slowly, man. So I'm not going to focus on nothing but putting out the content. And I'm going to try to go live as much as I can, whether it's a silent live or just a regular live. And I'm going to try to keep pushing out content. But the thing is, people not really watching it. Like this one girl said, a lot of people just clicking on the video, leaving a message, and they taking off. And you can tell when you see your watch hours, and I'm thinking, ain't nobody watching nothing. They'll pop in. That's about it. So, yeah, it says, I wish you guys the best. I appreciate that, ladies, 80s baby. Yep. And everybody that's getting their hours. RC Deuce, he got on up there. He's doing his thing. And another thing that when you get them hours in, man, you got to keep pushing those videos out. So it's not easy. It says, you will, Yolanda, you will. Yep. Edward, hey, Edward. Edward say, hello, beautiful lady. Hey, Edward, how are you doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. We just chit-chatting, talking about any and everything will cross our mind. And we're going to stay on here a few more minutes, and we're going to call it a night because I got to roll out in the morning. Rachel T is speaking to Edward, yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. You got to push those hours. And so I got, people that have watches and stuff. I just need people to watch more, watch more of my, watch my videos, watch, my playlist, watch all of it. And just, they'll say they watching, but when you look at them watch hours, I say, hey, none of these jokers are watching. There is some people watching, but there's a whole bunch. There's more that's not than is. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to, right now, I'm just going to focus on putting out content. And if it gets up there, it gets up there. And if it don't, it don't. Oh, well. It says, oh, okay. It says, I'm just drinking my Jack Daniels. So you drinking Jack Daniels, Edward? You getting lit, aren't you? 80s baby said, what's up, Ed? Okay, Edward says, will you be safe in the morning, sweetheart? What do you mean, will I be safe in the morning, Edward? Yeah, I will be safe. I would hope so. Edward says 16 likes. I appreciate them likes. I appreciate that. 80s baby said, Edward, I'm drinking moonshine. Moonshine? Where you get moonshine from? Edwards, it says 80 babies. It says, I love that butter pecan moon. Wait. Where y'all getting moonshine from? Y'all talking about like moonshine that y'all making from scratch? Or you talking about like In the store they sell, I've seen it, and it's a bottle and it says moonshine. It says, I was trying to say be safe in the morning, it's safe travel. Oh, I appreciate that, Edward. That liquor got to you, huh? So that screen not looking too good. So you just typing whatever. Them fingers just doing their thing, huh, Edward? Is that what it is? Yeah, but I've seen that different moonshine that you guys are talking about. I've seen it in the grocery store. It says 80 baby Miss Yolanda. It says my brother that drives trucks brought it to me. It's homemade. Oh wow. Okay. And your brother drive. What does he do? He do regular van, or is he do triple doubles, tankers? Do you know what he drives? 80s baby. I didn't know your brother drive. Hey, another trucker. Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, somebody made that homemade. They made that from scratch. That's what Fred Sanford used to make, that homemade moonshine. It says Edward. It says I'm like Tony. When I get to drinking, I cannot see. Oh, okay, so you can't see too well when you get to drinking, huh? So anybody here going to any costume parties? Edward, you going to a costume party tonight? He drives 18 wheelers. Okay, cool. That's awesome, 80s baby. Tell him I said, hey, 10-4. So anybody in the chat going to any costume parties that just joined the chat? That's what we're talking about. It says Edward, me either. Oh, okay. But and if anybody go to any costume party, especially content creators, I want y'all to post y'all costume of what you guys are going to be if you go to the costume party, and whoever's in the chat who's going to give out what you call it, trick-or-treat candy. And then do trick-or-treaters come to your door? Edward said no. Okay. Edward, do you get trick-or-treaters? Do kids come and trick-or-treat at your door or not? 80s babies, do you get trick-or-treaters? Do you give out candy or not? Some people do, and a lot of people don't celebrate it, and that's good. It says my lights will be off. That's a lot of people like. But I found some kids will still knock on that door even when you got them lights out. They do not even care. Some people is bold. They be like, shoot, we're gonna knock on this door anyhow. It says no ma'am. I know that's right. And shoot, who can afford candy anyhow? Do y'all see the prices of stuff? Man, even the Dollar Tree has went up on their candy. If you guys notice, the Dollar Tree used to be $1.25 for everything. Now when you go to the Dollar Tree, some of that stuff is $1.50. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. First of all, I don't even know why it's even still called the Dollar Tree, because ain't nothing in there $1. Not one thing in there is $1. It's $1.25 or $1.50. Some stuff is $3. Some is $3.50. It goes all the way up to $5. So why is it still called the Dollar Tree? That's all I want to know. It says the candy at Sam's and Costco is ridiculous. Ridiculous how, Edward? What you talking about? Like the prices are really up there in Costco's or Sam's? I went to I had a delivery at Costco and I ran in there and I didn't see no candy or nothing. I got some other stuff. It says Edward. It says I don't understand why they call it the Dollar Tree too. Everything at there is $1.25 or $1.50, right? It says it will be cheap Saturday half off. Yes, it would. That's when I get mine, Rachel. But you know what, Rachel? It don't even really be that cheap too much anymore. The candy used to be marked down. Now they barely giving it away. I heard they keep it to the following year. Them prices is not good. It says motherfuckers. It says motherfuckers go be getting. Wait a minute. What 80s baby said? She said motherfuckers go be getting peppermints. I know that's right. It said Edward. It says Family Dollars and the Dollar General is high too. Yes, all of these stores used to be pretty good prices. It says the prices for the bag of candy. Yes. It says 80 babies. Rachel's. That's when I get mine. Yeah, but you guys saying it's gonna be cheap? Yeah, it's gonna be cheap, but not like it normally would be. Because if you notice, right after Halloween, The candy is supposed to be half off, right? But I remember when it used to be after Halloween, it would be like 75% off, almost 90. They basically used to always be giving it away because they wanted to get rid of it so fast. They don't too much do that anymore. If you guys notice that, not too much no more. What the heck, keep blowing that, man? Stop blowing at people. So yeah, but all of these prices is getting ridiculous and it's starting to change for real. So you guys, like I said, I'm gonna try to hang a few more minutes. I'm gonna see if I can at least get 20 likes. If I can get 20 likes before I get up out of this piece. So we'll chit chat for you guys that stay in. That's fine. And for those that don't stay in, I really appreciate you stopping by and sharing some stuff. And we're gonna continue to pray. And also, you guys, we gotta remember Jamaica. There's got a lot going on over there. Jamaica is dealing with, oh my gosh, all of them floods, them storms. It just, I've been in 5G's. She had a live chat, well, silent slash live. She wasn't talking, but people was just coming in there commenting. It was pretty wild though. I've seen some of the pictures over there. Also, Brooklyn Born, Killer Dog. He got two different names. He has a video over there too. Go check it out if you guys get the chance. There's a lot of people got different videos about Jamaica and stuff, and they are really going through it. So yeah. Let me see. Rachel T hit that like button. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to get it. And Rachel T says, yes, praying for Jamaica. Yes, it's horrible. Yes, it is. So you guys, we need to not only keep everything in prayer about the EBT and the, what's the other one called? The SNAP. And also the animals that got loose that's supposed to have something going on with them. I don't know how them animals got loose. And then also in Jamaica, we got a lot going on. We need prayer, like Rachel said. If we ain't had it before, we need it right now. Because I'm telling you, baby, it is no joke. It is definitely no joke. It says, yes, it's horrible. Yes, it is. So there's people that got channels, that got videos, you know, showing, you know, these people either live there. Some of them don't. They just have the footage. We need to just stay prayed up with a lot of this stuff. Just stay prayed up. That's all we can do. Stay prayed up. Continue to pray for each other and in each one of us and stuff like that, because it's tough out here right about now. But like I said, you can't even go in a restaurant or grab nothing to eat. You give them a $20 bill, you be lucky if you get some change back. You know, the economy, the cost, everything is just, you go in the grocery store, heck, just like Cowboy said, he went to the grocery store and he couldn't get out of there. What did he say he spent, Rachel? I think he said he spent $75, you know? So you can't even go in the grocery store and get anything. I think you'd be lucky if you go in the grocery store and you get out and you spend less than $100. You're doing really good. Really good. You know? Yes, you are. Because I'm telling you, things ain't what it used to be. 80s, baby. Yes, it's horrible. Rachel T says, yep. Yeah, he said $75. And he said he didn't even buy that much. I mean, he didn't say what he bought, but obviously it was pretty expensive because he said he spent $75. And he probably just had some milk and some bread and some eggs. I ain't gonna even lie. He probably had three things: milk, eggs, and bread, and that was it. You know, and that set him back $75. I mean, he might have some lunch meat or some cheese or a couple other things, but that's true. You go in there, you go in the store with $100. Like I said, you're gonna have simple things, and that's it. And don't be trying to invite anybody over to your house, and you got to go in there and go shopping and buy like all kind of dips and chips and all of that different stuff. My Lord, you're gonna really pay some money right there for real. Especially if you cooking up meals and you know, depending on what's going on, you're gonna spend some good money in these stores. It's just not what it used to be. And you know, a lot of people even said they haven't had a raise. I asked this one girl, she said she couldn't even tell me the last time that she got a raise. You know, and then you got those that's retired. They're messing with people pensions, retirement funds. They're trying to push it back to the age of retiring and getting Social Security. It's just ridiculous out here. I don't know what nobody gonna do. It's getting to the point now. Some people, depending on their pension and their funds and how long they work, you might not can't be able to retire. That's why when you see some people retire, they go work at like the Walmart or the like a grocery store doing something, because even though they've worked all of them years, they could have had a pension, maybe not. It just depends on what's going on with their life. You know, a lot of people got medications and different stuff you got to pay for. Let me tell you, it ain't what it used to be. I can tell you that for sure. That is for sure. So whatever you got, you better hang on to it, and you better thank God and be blessed for it, because I'm about to tell you, baby, I don't know if it's gonna get worse or if it's gonna get better, or like I said, if it's gonna get worse and better. We don't know. Only God knows. You know, only He knows. So yeah. And like I said, right now, Jamaica, they're going through it. They are going through it. And I've seen a lot of videos um, today with different things talking about Jamaica and stuff. And I'm going to tell you, baby, it was something else. It was just heartbreaking. I couldn't continue to watch the videos. I went up out of there because I think 5Gs, she had it playing on her channel. And it would just, it looked like a wind, or not even a tornado. I can't explain it. And it was just whipping through, just snapping stuff. It was just like destroying, like something's just like evil. And I was like, Lord, sweet Jesus. Oh, I hated to see all of that. It was just heartbreaking. It was just heartbreaking. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. So all we can do is stay prayed up right now. Edward said, yes, pray for Jamaica. Yes, Edward. Please do, because they going through it. And I don't know how long that stuff is gonna last or what the deal is. Like, is it gonna pass through soon? Does it do like Florida sometime, when Florida get all those what do you call it? Florida get all them hurricanes, all that stuff sweeping through there, tearing up stuff. I remember one time I was in a tornado, and I was traveling. I never forget. And I knew that bad boy was coming, but I was stuck on them back roads. There was no truck stop. There was no nothing out there. I was so nervous because I could hear the things going, these loud lines, It was telling people to take shelter. I was like, oh my God, take shelter where? I'm in this truck and I ain't got no place to go. I had no choice. I seen it coming. It just started getting dark, and I just started praying. I was like, see, Jesus, see me through, Lord. I was praying and praying. So I pulled over because there was no shoulder. I was on a 2-lane back road, and there was nowhere for me to go. No truck stop, nothing inside. And I was already trying to make it out of the way because I knew it was coming. So I just had to pull over on the side of the road. I was sitting on the side of the dirt and in the side of the road. And I tell you, and I ran in the back of my bunk, and I just stayed down deep. And all of a sudden, I just felt the truck rocking. It was just boom, boom. And I was like, please don't let this truck get lifted, please. And I didn't want to see. And that thing was yelling. And I put my hands on my ear, and I just felt the truck going whoosh. It was just rocking so hard. I said, this truck about to tilt over. I know it's about to tilt over. Oh, my gosh, my heart was racing. And all of a sudden, as quick as it came, I kid you not, boom, within a matter of not even a minute or two, it tore that whole town up. When it left and I came from out of my bunk, I'm gonna tell you, people roofs was missing from on top of their houses. Trees was big. It was a big old tree laid in the middle of the road that just snapped right in the middle of the road. It was crazy. It was cars that was knocked into each other. The stores in town, the windows had burst. It just looked like somebody just came through and just blew a big pile of dust and just destroyed that whole little town. It snapped the telephone wires and poles, and oh my gosh. And luckily with that tree, I was able to like push it out of the way with my truck and back up and push it. And when it got done, I just went around. I had no choice but to keep on going. I was just creeping through slowly. I felt so bad about that entire town was torn. But what could I do? People was coming out. They was crying. I was like, oh my Lord. It was something. So to be in something like that, let me tell you, baby, it is not good. It is not good. Edward says, it says, what the food stamps. It says, I feel sorry for the kids and the elderly and the disability. It says, I still got money to buy groceries. Yes, that's a blessing, Edward. It says, Edward, it says, I think Monday or Tuesday it would be pouring down, raining here in Dallas real bad. And for Fourth Wave got the worst of it. Oh, wow. I've heard about that. I was seeing it on the news and stuff. Again, every state is different. It's like something is going on, like these hurricanes, these tornadoes, whatever you want to call them, these storms. They got different names, and I always wonder, how do they come up with these names? Hurricane Katrina, Susie. Like, where y'all getting these names from these little different things? It's just something. But yeah, everybody, we got to stay prayed up, y'all. Got to pray for one another, and that's all we can really do for right now. But you guys, like I said, I did not get my 20 likes. It was pretty cool. Almost got the 20 likes. I missed it. But I'm not going to stay on here long trying to wait for no 20 likes. So Edward said right. Edward said amen. So like I say, you guys get a chance, check on someone, especially the elderly, and the times what's going on. If you got extra food or know anybody or a pantry or organization, Edward said 17 likes. 17. Yeah, I wish I could get those 3 more before I shine off, but I'm gonna get ready and knock it out of the box and be done with it. But so if you guys know any, I mean everybody you check on, even with people with children, but with this the SNAP thing or the EBT food stamp, whatever you call them, the difference in. Check on somebody, check on somebody. Make sure that they have some food. If you got an extra loaf of bread, take it to them. If you got an extra, I mean, I don't know what to say really. Just check on, especially the elderly, because they rely on this type of assistance. This is Rachel to Yolanda. It says, what were you saying about the silent live? You didn't like it. It says, seems like you did. So with the silent live, real quick, Rachel, is if you look at it like the one that I did last night, or was it yesterday, that whole thing, I was in a bad area. So it kept, what do you call it when it be spinning? It was buffering. 80s baby, good night, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping by. So it kept buffering. And every time it was saying in the stream, so I kept hitting the button for it to restart. And I was on there like the little 30 minutes, but after I guess YouTube fanned it down with all the buffering, it took that, it was, what was it, 29 minutes, basically 30 minutes, and it brought it down to 16. So everybody that had watched that was in there, it took all of that time away from me because of the buffering. So, and then when I did it, it was just facing the trucks like now. And I guess it wasn't much to see. So then I did one the other day. It did okay, like you said, Rachel, because it had the little game on there. So I think I'm going to try to stick with those. And but if you look at it, when you beginning it, it's not, it showed a green screen, and then it was changing, and it went from one screen to the next. It was all messed up, and I just still put it out there. It don't matter. I just left it alone. So it says, Rachel said, good night, 80s baby. Edward says, it says, my brother, he passed the Community Missionary Baptist Church in DeSoto, Texas, and his church giving away food. Oh, really? So what church is giving away? So he passed the community mission. So you talking about the Community Missionary Baptist Church in DeSoto, Texas? They're giving out food? Is that what you said, Edward? Yeah, you might get somebody to post that, or whoever live out in DeSoto, Texas. That's if they don't run out too. So yeah. Well, you guys, I'm gonna get ready and call it a night. The live has gotten what do you call it? Kind of low, kind of slim. And remember, you guys, check on somebody, especially these elderly. Check on them, make sure they're good. Just like Edward just put out. If you know anybody out there, any churches or organizations that people can go to and they can get food, they can get bread, whatever they can get. Hey, Post that if you got a platform. Post it on your platform. Let people know about these organizations because we need to know about them. If I find any or know about it, I'm gonna post them. Maybe I'll do some checking around, and we need to put this stuff out to let everybody know. Hey, you can go here for food, and you can do this and that. Okay. But you guys have a good one. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Everyone, have a good night. I always say, you guys get a chance, go check out my girl Jolia Legacy. She's still taking a break. I'm still keeping her in prayer. I hope she returns soon. I want to thank everybody that came in the chat. We got Edward, we had Rachel. Oh my gosh, we had 80s baby. We got Tony Yo Man. They came in to check me out in the chat tonight. I appreciate all these people. We had Rockin' with Cowboy stopped in to show your girls some love. Thank you, Rockin' with Cowboy. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Tony Your Man, Rachel T. I really appreciate that. 80s Baby. I really appreciate that. And even those that was in the bushes, people didn't say nothing, did say something. I want to thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you all enough. I appreciate everybody that support me. We had Google came in, checked us out, came in and rocked for a few minutes. So again, we had Cali girl. Remember, she was the birthday girl. It's her birthday. It's her birthday. So if you guys get a chance to go over there to Cali page and just say happy belated birthday. Her birthday already passed, but it was just a few days ago. So again, I want to thank everybody that took the time, out of their day and their schedule to come in and show your girl some love. Come in to say hello. Like I say, we're going to end this live. I stayed in there just a few minutes more. I'm getting very, very tired, you guys. So, again, if you guys know any organizations why this SNAP, EBT, SNAP program that's going on, if you got a platform, post it. Let people know where they can go and get assistance and get some help, okay? And we're just going to continue to pray for Jamaica. We're going to pray for this world, this nation. Whether you atheist, whether you believe, don't believe, whatever, hey, at the end of the day, we all in this together. So everybody stay uplifted. Keep your head up. Let's stay strong through these times. The holidays is coming up. Everybody be safe. Tomorrow is Halloween. Whether you're going trick-or-treating, whether you're going to a costume party, whether you're giving out candy or not, whether you celebrate Halloween or don't celebrate Halloween, at the end of the day, you guys be careful out there in these streets, these YouTube streets and the regular streets. Alrighty? So again, you guys, thank you. Thank you for all of my supporters, those that watch my videos, and those that just click and leave a message. Thank you all. So you guys have a good one. Rachel T says, yes, get some rest, Yolanda. Yes, I appreciate it, Rachel. You get you some rest too. And Rachel, I love all of that good stuff that you're going. You do. Rachel, I want to say this real quick. You're doing so awesome. I love the editing, how you be doing with editing your stuff. You're getting better and better with that. So, and congratulations on being monetized and all the work you got going over there. Also, congratulations to Tony Yo Man. I think he got 21K over there. Everybody is just rocking and moving on up. And we continue to support each other. Alrighty? You guys have a good one. And Rachel T says, you are so welcome. Glad you went live. I am too. So I'm going to go as much as I can. And one more thing. When you guys see my live, if y'all be like, what in the world? I'm still working on it, y'all. I'm a work in progress, okay? I'm a work in progress. Just remember that. Okay? But anyhow, you guys have a good night. And even if I go live and it be silent or whatever my message is, just remember, if I don't talk to you guys between now and then, you guys have an awesome weekend. And don't eat a whole bunch of candy corn, okay? And then have a tummy ache. Just chill on the candy corn, even though that's one of my favorites. All right, you guys have a good one. Good night, everybody. And thank you guys for, coming in tonight. And again, it's Yolanda signing off. Everybody get you some rest. Remember, check on the elderly. If you check on them, please. Talk to you later. Have a good one. It's Yolanda.